Welcome into Drew Saley Diamonds for Wednesday, June 11th, 2025. I am Drew Martin breaking down the Major League Baseball slate for MLB bets coming your way. The dogs are barking today. We got one total alongside as well. Some early starts. It's kind of getaway day here for a lot of teams. But regardless, let me know in the comments below where you agree, where you disagree. All is welcome. It helps grow the show in the comments below. Smash that like button if you're liking the content. As we got first game up, 10:10 a.m. Pacific, 1:10 Eastern. We are heading to Cleveland, Ohio for the Cincinnati Reds and the Cleveland Guardians. Logan Allen, the lefty, on the hill for Cleveland. Nick Lodolo, also the lefty. Battle of Southpaws here for the Big Red Machine. 8.5 being the total. Tight point spread here, -110. That is Cleveland as the home favorite. Now, Cleveland, a team that's, 3 games over 500, however, -22 run differential. They got Logan Allen on the hill, the 26-year-old out of FIU, the former Golden Panther. He's not a guy I'm looking to bet on. I mean, he's given up 60 hits in 55 innings with a 40-27 strikeout to walk ratio. That's a lot of runners on base and not a whole lot of innings completed. And in fact, over his last 3 outings, he just has a 6-6 strikeout to walk ratio. So he's not missing a lot of bats. He's had been a little bit of trouble with the control. He's up against the Cincinnati lineup that's actually been hot, top 5 lineup over the last week. I think they're able to put up some runs here. And they got Lodolo on the hill, the big, tall lefty, 27 years old, former first rounder out of TCU. He's been terrific, 3.2 ERA. Also, last year against Cleveland, he had a great start. 6 innings, just 2 earned runs given up. Big bullpen edge towards Cincinnati by my numbers as well. So we're going to grab the Reds here, the Big Red Machine, +100, risk 100 to win 100. First game up, 1:10 Eastern. That is the Cincinnati Reds. Next one up, we are heading to Milwaukee for the Atlanta Braves, Milwaukee Brewers. 2:10 Eastern, 11:10 a.m. Pacific. It is the Braves at the Brewers. Chad Patrick, the starter here for Milwaukee. Spencer Schwellenbach going for the Braves. Braves -135 as the road favorite, 8.5 being the total. This has just not been the season a lot of people thought for the Braves coming in, particularly on the road. They're just 11-23 road record. They've lost 7 of 8 going into Tuesday night. And as I'm doing this show, do need to note this one is still in progress. The Brewers are winning, but I don't want to count that as a win just yet. I'm personally betting the Brewers on Tuesday night, but also going to turn it over here to Wednesday day action. And a lot of the reason is Chad Patrick. If you watched the show last week, I brought up this guy. He's 26 years old. Love the story. He's one of these guys, wasn't a top prospect, but he went 14-1 in AAA. His numbers in the minors, he just put up the type of numbers, you just can't keep him out of the major leagues anymore. And he's been able to throw the ball really good in the show. I mean, his ERA is sub-3. He's got 63 strikeouts, 21 walks. His last 4 starts, 1.6 ERA, 24 strikeouts. He's been lights out. And he's up against the Braves lineup that's bottom 5 in baseball over the last week by weighted runs created plus. They're really not hitting the ball. They haven't been that great against righties. Their bullpen's letting them down. We're looking to keep going against the Braves here. It's been a moneymaker to fade Atlanta. Their starter, I guess you could point to some positives for the 25-year-old Schwellenbach. He went to Nebraska. His strikeouts are all over the place. When you look at his strikeout totals, some starts, he's striking out like 11, 12 batters. And then the others, he's going like 4 innings, only 2 strikeouts. So that's kind of a tough handicap in itself. Really up and down. I think the Brewers are able to do enough here, guys. And Chad Patrick as the starter, I think he's still underrated right now. So +120, risk 100 to win 120. Another barking dog early on Wednesday. We're on the Brewers over the Braves. We got next one up, a big rivalry in Southern California, the LA Dodgers and the San Diego Padres. The Padres going with Randy Vasquez. The Dodgers going with Justin Robleski, the lefty, -140. That's the Dodgers as the road favorite. 9.5 being the total. Now, the Dodgers 40-27, great season out the gate. We know they spent a lot of money. However, they've racked up a lot of those wins at home. On the road, they're just, a game over 500. And their pitcher for today, 24-year-old out of Oklahoma State, he's one of these guys where I think he's just starting because of all the injuries on the Dodgers pitching rotation. He's only had 2 starts this season. And he's only pitched 11 innings in those 2 starts combined, giving up 12 earned runs. So over a 9 ERA, 6 walks. in those 2 starts. So he's having some trouble here. Now, we got to keep in mind the Dodgers lineup, one of, if not the best in baseball. They are the best against righties, and they're getting ready here in Randy Vasquez, the 26-year-old Venezuelan for the Padres. We talked about him last time. He's been awful. I mean, 37 strikeouts and 34 walks. That's not going to cut it by any metric. That's over 63 innings. He only has 37 strikeouts. And that's against lineups like the Brewers, the Pirates, the Marlins, the Rockies, the Pirates again. So he's not facing that great of lineups, and his numbers are not very good. I actually think both of these lineups put up some crooked numbers here. I know it's 9.5, pretty elevated total here, but it's elevated for a reason, guys. It's some day action in San Diego. It's starting to warm up. You know what? The Monday games, all but one went over. I think this one's going to get up and over as well. We're heading into the double digits. We're going over in the Dodgers and the Padres. Over 9.5. It is also plus 100, meaning there's no vig on it right now. Just risk 100 to win 100 over 9.5. There's no 9 flats, unfortunately, as I'm doing this right now in the overnight market. But guys, got one game left here. Will be the nightcap for the show, and it will be on the night slate, one of the few games going in nighttime. But a reminder, if you could comment below, it does help grow the show, the algorithm on YouTube. Anything is more than welcome. Your picks, any analysis as well, any questions, fire away. Helps grow the show. If you're interested in premium picks, check them out. Drew Martin Experts page, WagerTalk.com. Do have the Wednesday 4% client bet up. So good specials going as well. If you're interested in premium picks, Drew Martin Experts page, WagerTalk.com. All right, guys, last game for the show, 6:35 Eastern, 3:35 Pacific. It is the first place, Detroit Tigers, and the last place, Baltimore Orioles. Zach Eflin going for the O's. Casey Mize going for the Tigers. Total of 9, minus 110 type point spread here. That's actually the 5th place, Orioles, as the slight favorite here. Now, Detroit comes in. I say first place in their division. They actually got the number 1 lineup or number 1 record in baseball, 43-24, plus 92 run differential. This is a team that's tough to go against, really. I mean, a lot of it is because of their bullpen. Their bullpen's been good as well. Their starting pitching's been good. We'll see if Mize can put together a solid start. He's got a 2.91 ERA. He's a 28-year-old, former first pick overall out of Auburn. He went 5.1 innings, just 1 earned run versus the Baltimore lineup earlier this season. So just 1 swing of the bat was the 1 run they got off of him. I think he'll be able to replicate that. Maybe not as good, but getting Detroit here at near a pick'em price, I kind of like that side. He's up against Zach Eflin, another guy that's been really up and down. The 31-year-old, home runs have really hurt him. He's given up 10 home runs and only 46 innings pitched. I don't know, guys. I mean, huge bullpen edge. Like I said, the Tigers bullpen has been great. The Baltimore bullpen has been awful. I think this is a little light here on the Detroit Tigers. We get a minus 102, so the slight dog. I think the dog is barking. It's also bark at the park in Baltimore. I'm not just making that up, doing the research. It is bark in the park today. So I think the dogs will be barking. That is the Detroit Tigers as the underdog, minus 102, listing Casey Mize as the starter. So in recap, we got the Tigers over the Orioles. We're on the over in the Padres and the Dodgers. We got the Milwaukee Brewers plus 120 over the Braves, and the Reds plus 100 over Cleveland. Guys, that does it for Wednesday's show. Smash that like button, comment below. Thanks for tuning in. Cash those tickets. We'll be back tomorrow. Come back and join us. Enjoy the rest of your Wednesday.